to give you a blazing example of why so many of us, specifically Black women, but a lot of people within the BIPOC community, say all white women until it's no white women. Pay attention.
To follow someone based on moral purity, I gotta let you in on something. It's not gonna fucking happen. Every single person you follow and will meet in person has done something wrong, has done something morally ambiguous, has said a slur.
So, instead of reaching out and calling in your kindred that was morally reprehensible for utilizing a slur, you'd rather center whiteness in the conversation and tell us, everybody does it. Everybody is a bad person. Don't ruin our lives and just let us do what we want to do and you deal with it. 1619 to 1865 is over with. You all keep reminding us that it's the past. Reconstruction, Jim Crow, it's all over with, right? So why are we tasked with fielding the burden and the repercussions and the hurt and the trauma while you continue to go on and just do whatever you want to do with no consequences? See, everybody is not morally bankrupt. Everyone does not have the desire to use slurs against their fellow man because we're all one race, right? We all bleed red, right? Until you get upset, until you need that moment of feeling superior and you hurl slurs at people, but you don't want to face the consequences of your actions. You want us to continue to follow you, continue to fund you, and look the other way. And you also want to be centered in a conversation about trauma you will never face. See, consequences do not equate to oppression.
Has fucked over a friend. Every single fucking person that you come into contact with. Because every single person has an extremely complex life with complex interactions and complex thought patterns.
Do you know who seems to have the most complex of interactions globally? Black people. Do you know who seems to have the most complex interactions within the confines of the borders of the United States? Members of the BIPOC community. Black, indigenous people of color. So you don't have the complexities of having to control your emotions to not be viewed as angry, aggressive, or a threat. You don't have the complexities of wondering if this hairstyle will get you fired today. You don't have the complexities of having to explain to your children and your brethren how to interact with the general public, specifically public servants, so that you can still make it home at night and sleep through the night and wake up in the morning on this side of life. So because you couldn't figure out, which privilege coupon to cash in today does not mean that you have such complexities in life. And never, ever, ever again conflate using a racial slur to screwing over a friend. Because until a word denigrates you and oppresses you, you won't understand. Until you have to have laws created for people to see you as human, it's not so complex for you. When you have to remind people that you are feminine and that you are human and that you are not a threat and your skin does not have a zipper or buttons where you can take it off and your skin is not a weapon, miss me with the complex interactions. You show yourself to be problematic, you get the consequence.